And welcome back to FireCast, Season 1, Episode 5?
5.
This is 5, man. Fuck, we did it. First milestone.
95 to go.
With my co-host, DZ.
What's cracking?
And I do say this is going to be the biggest podcast in the country. And today's guest is a special one, man. This is cool, bro. We have fellow artist and singer with TJM Records, Brad Holloway.
How's it going?
All right, so this is another interesting one, man. So Brad, as people who listen to our music probably know this, Brad's a fucking gun singer, right? And so just I want to sort of explain how I discovered that Brad could sing, because I remember we're working on the track, and then one day DZ messages me and goes, "Oh, I'm going to bring Brad over. We're going to record the chorus or whatever track it was. Was it Kill Streak?
I think it was
Kill Streak.
Yeah.
And I thought you were talking about Brad Attard.
I do.
I'm sitting there, I'm going, what the fuck? I'm like, Brad Attard's going to give it a crack. I'm like, all right, whatever. And I didn't even message Brad Attard. I'm just waiting for him to come. And then you two walk through the fucking door. So my first question for Brad is, are you literally that guy who was just born with it, or have you been dabbling in the singing when you were little?
No way. I was definitely. I'm not. I wouldn't even consider myself that good to even ask me if I was born with it. Like, no way. No one is born with it. No way. You can always get better for sure.
So you what are you literally doing the whole singing in the shower every day, practicing type shit?
Yeah, on the way home in the car, that's it. Like nothing like serious ever. Just that.
And he doesn't. You don't tell anyone either.
No.
Our friends don't know.
Because you always give yourself like a shit rap. Like you always think you're worse than you actually are. You know? You're the same when you rap.
Yeah, you're your worst critic.
Exactly. So I always thought I wasn't that good, and then you guys are listening to me sing, and you're going, "Fucking hell, he's so good." I'm like, "What? That's just how I sing in the shower."
Yeah, but it's better than me. That's the thing. Like, fuck, man, I can't sing at all. So,
okay, so you're saying there was never a point where you were sort of singing in the shower or in the car, and you're sitting there going, "Okay, fuck, I can actually sing."
No, not once.
Not once. Wow.
It was only until someone said something, and I was like, actually, my mum said something. But then again, it's like, you're just saying that, mum, you know.
Wow.
And then it wasn't until like Dylan and stuff and News was saying it. I was like, fuck,
Hannah showed
give
me.
it a crack, and Hannah liked it, and I was like, fuck.
He never told me. We were at a party. It wasn't even that long ago. When was that? That was like
not long ago.
2 years ago or something.
Yeah, it was definitely over 2 years.
And then Hannah showed me by secret while Brad was over there. She goes, "Listen to this." And she puts there was music playing and shit, so she puts it to my ear, and it's this guy singing. I was like, "What the hell? He's pretty good."
Okay, so is that how you then DZ discovered Holloway being able to sing? Through a phone clip?
I told to him, I'm like, Hannah just showed me you singing. You're fucking good, man. Come on a track, and we just went from there.
Started,
Yeah, but I remember coming here when I was nervous as I was getting shakes.
And because this guy, you've always sung acoustic, like playing guitar and shit. So that was literally his first time putting on fucking headphones
and trying it like that, and it's so different. Like
Kill Streak was our very first one.
It was Kill Streak.
Wow. Okay, because I remember, man, like when DZ told, like, when you come over and you two walk through the door, man, for a split second, I thought you cunts were just having a laugh. And then I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck?
I just come mess around.
Yeah, no. I just thought you were just going to come give it a crack. And I was like, no, okay, that's cool. Like, I'm open. Like, my door's always open for people who want to give it a fucking go, you know? And then you started whipping out this fucking Post Malone shit, like chorus singing and shit. I was going, holy shit. I was like, hold on a second, bro. We got something.
Yeah, you started freaking out. Remember? He's going, bro, why didn't you say nothing? Anyway?
I'm going, but we can cook up a little something doing this, man. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, it's handy as.
It's
we got everything we need.
Yeah, got everything now.
We're literally ready to fucking like roll, bro.
I know.
So another thing that's kind of interesting too, man. For people who didn't know, Holloway also had a kid recently. How old is the little bub?
4 months.
4 months. So fresh, right?
Real fresh, yeah.
How do you now sort of like juggle a child and the music thing? Because I know you've just set up a whole studio. You got it fucking cranking. It's looking
Hannah. It's Hannah. She's the mastermind of doing that. So I can spend time in the studio, and she takes care of Bub while I'm in there. You know.
Wow. Okay, man. That is because were you dabbling in the music before the Bub or no?
Oh,
I don't think so.
Not really, man. No, not really. It's kind of like more just instrument wise. Not none of this technical computer stuff. You know.
Yeah. Okay, man. That is so interesting. I've always wondered how I would personally juggle having a child and doing the whole music thing, because I know I give most of my time to that fucking computer over there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
So, is it your own place you live with the missus?
Yeah. Oh, we're just renting, but
Renting, okay.
yeah, own place,
But
but yeah.
still, you're able to then pimp up a whole room
exactly.
dedicated to making music and singing and trying stuff out.
We had like a little argument like about the room, because she wanted to make it a spare room.
Yeah.
And she said to me, no, that's going to be a spare room. I'm going to buy a bed for it next week. I said, no way, that's going to be my studio. And she goes, all right, whoever buys the first bit of furniture first, if I buy a bed, it's going to be a spare room. If you buy something for the music studio, then it'll be a studio. I think I went the next day to IKEA, went and bought a desk, went and bought a fucking computer and shit. And,
that was me. I would have been out the door that minute. Like, all right, later's bang. That is fucking awesome, man. That is honestly sick. So be honest, right? So from your point of view, how are you finding the whole technology side and the whole FL Studio, and how is that for you?
Hey, let me tell you something. I went over just today before I sent you that song, and this guy is a quick learner, man. He's doing stuff I don't even know how to do in there already. It's pretty impressive. That's how he learns the fucking keyboard and the guitar. So I don't know what. You're just dedicated, man.
I don't know. I try and just find like the shortcut way to do it. I try and just learn enough so I can actually work my way around it. Like,
the bare minimum.
Yeah,
so you want the minimum to get out.
Yeah, just so I can actually do something. Like, When I first opened that FL Studio and I just looked at all that shit on the screen.
Yeah, it's complicated as.
It's hard as that, eh?
It is terrifying.
Yeah,
like, what does that word even mean? Like,
man,
but it's getting a bit easier now anyway.
Man, I remember when I first bought FL Studio, it was like FL Studio 9 or whatever.
Wow.
And we're now at FL Studio 20.8 or whatever. This is no cap either, man. My girlfriend's the only one who witnessed this. There was a couple of nights, man, where I was crying myself to sleep from stress, because it was one of those things, those things where you just want to do it so bad, and it's like
you just can't.
The fingertips, and you just can't grab it, you can't grasp it, bro. That was me, but that I literally forced myself to learn, bro. And a couple of years later, I now know FL Studio like I can use FL better than I can drive. Like FL Studio is literally now like the back of my hand kind of thing, and it's just, you know what I mean?
I wish I could say the same, but I still struggle, man. I just do the bare minimum, just the least amount of work I have to do, and then I send it off.
Yeah.
Really? So you're still what? So for people who didn't know, but like by now, DZ is recording, and Holloway, for example, will record vocals, and then they'll do whatever they want to them, and then they'll send it to me, and then I'll do the fucking boring shit where I've got to mix it and master it and all this bullshit. And we didn't have to start doing it, but obviously during COVID when it hit, we thought it'd be maybe easier for you, DZ, to just send me vocals and I can work on it.
It saves a lot of time.
It saves a lot of time, and not only that, because I had changed jobs where I was working. There was a couple of times where I was getting home from work at fucking 9 o'clock at night, and this is like no cap. Like I was literally walking through the door, dropping my bag, showering, and then going straight to bed, ready for work the next day. I had no time, so there was no way we could fit recording.
Nah,
yeah,
no
absolutely.
Chance. We already struggled as it was, man.
Yeah, so for people who don't know, that's how we do it now. So everyone's sort of now got their own little setup, and we're all sending like vocals to each other, beats to each other, and that's how we sort of get the work done. I feel like anyone could easily learn FL Studio.
Oh yeah,
sure. Yeah.
Like you got other doors like Ableton and stuff like that, and FL Studio has always been said to be easy to learn, quick, and it's more like a beat vocal recording thing. And then Ableton's your more crazy, like electronic dance music and stuff like that. You know, I mean, like there's heaps of different like programs and shit out there. So DZ, are you're still now just recording and sending, or are you now sort of dabbling in like the EQ compression? Any of that?
No dabbling, man. No dabbling. Brad just showed me something today about pitch correction. How you can, you know, and like it's such an easy thing to do. I never bothered to learn. Yeah. So man, I don't know. I really got to start learning, but man, I'm just my mind's too go all the time. I rush everything, so I just record, send it off, but. You know, I got to start taking more time to learn, man.
Wow, so is that why you asked me what the key for Swan Lake was the other day? You're trying to pitch correct it?
Yeah, trying to snap it into that scale.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, no, that's cool. You know, you'll pick it up too. It's also a very time consuming thing, you know. So, Brad, how many hours do you say so far since you've built
FL?
Even just in the studio in FL, sort of dabbling with the technology. How many hours do you reckon?
In the studio, fucking way too much. I basically live in there, but on FL, fuck, maybe like 10 hours or something. Not that far in.
Okay.
Maybe about 10 hours. Yeah, about that.
Doing the whole, you know,
tutorials
and shit, or are you just fucking around?
There's tutorials in there?
no, like on YouTube and shit like that.
Yeah. I've watched, a few YouTube things, yeah.
Okay, wow. That's so weird, man, because fucking Mo B, the motherfucker, when we first got FL9 or whatever it was, man, he was fucking making full songs out of like the stock plugins of FL. They only had like 5 plugins at the time, and he was sending me full tracks with raps on it and shit. Yeah. I'm going, what? Like, he just excelled, and I was like, holy fuck. I'm like, this guy's fucking crazy. He's such a quick learner. He can just pick all this shit up straight away, man. That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
So, are you two recording together? Do you feel like there's a lot more now sessions together where you can get things done, or is it still very everyone's separate doing their own thing?
Lately we have been.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm gonna record. I love it. Man,
it's good. I
love it in there, man. And
mad vibe in there.
We haven't really had a proper session where we sit down and record something, but I go over there and watch him do the chorus. But like, I'll change a verse here and there, but just quickly. Like, I get up on his mic. His equipment's different to mine, so I'm still like struggling. Like, he's got the bigger Focusrite and all, like, so I'm not used to his setup. But eventually, we'll have a proper session.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I've been saying that for a while, that I've been wanting to drive down maybe to Moby's apartment or something, and you just like imagine if we gave a whole day to making like a beat, or like just making music or beats and vote and shit like that.
We'd get heaps done.
You know how much shit would get done?
You should just come up there. It's across the road from my house.
Yeah, it's like 2 minutes away.
Oh, so you're in Caddens as well?
Yeah.
Claremont.
It's classified as Claremont Meadows, but
Claremont Meadows.
But it's just on the other side of those lights. That's all it is. Off Kent Road.
2-minute drive. If that.
I'm just giving away my address. And
123 Claremont Meadows.
Just spell it out, and
everyone just comes and kills me. Yeah, no, that's something we got to do, man. That's something we got to organise, bro. Have a whole day where we just kick back, you know, a couple of drinks and just fucking make some weird shit, bro.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Fucking oath. By the way, to people with the shirts, DZ, do you want to do the plug for a second?
We're super grateful for all the support on the shirts. You guys, it is always so much more than we anticipate. Like, really. So I'm sorry, I'm already running out. People messaging me.
Sold out what, in an hour?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, it was like, because there was only a few to begin with. So don't get me wrong, but you know, we have a lot of close friends and everyone wants to support, so they go pretty quick. So if you've messaged me, I've written your name down, your size, what color you want, and I've already got more. So it shouldn't take me long at all to get them printed, just a little longer. But we are giving one of these away though. Anyway, we have one that we saved. It's a black one. We're going to give away a medium black one. I don't know. Are we going to post?
Yes. I think our idea, we were going to do it today, but I feel like we need to give the listeners time to sort of enter and stuff like that. So we're thinking sometime next week, early next week, maybe Monday, Tuesday, we will upload a post.
It'll be a photo or something.
Just something corny. And then we want you guys to comment a question. Right, and then we will answer those questions. One of us will probably go live on Insta during that podcast with whoever we've got on, and then those people who ask a question will go into a draw. We will draw the draw live, and then that's the winner of the shirt.
Yeah, we thought that could be pretty fun now that we're doing this whole podcast thing. So, stay tuned for that. And if you've messaged me or you want one, let me know. I'll write your name down and I'll get them to you ASAP.
Yeah, so Holloway, like I said in the previous episode, that more than likely once COVID is 100% over, shows will be then coming into the question. How do you see yourself being able to perform some of the stuff you do?
No way. No way. I'm just like that either. Right, it's hard enough just fucking like this little group, like them even knowing that I can sing. Like,
yeah, okay.
It's like
stage fright.
Yeah, it is definitely stage fright.
You told me once that like because you got such, no one would expect it. Like
my like persona, like it.
Like the Joker.
And it's like, the Joker, and then he's like trying to be serious, starts singing it. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
But it's what we were saying the other episode, man. You got to just fuck what you think.
Yeah, that's right.
And you're helping us out a lot, man. We're making great music. So.
Yeah, yeah, fuck, man. Like, just even having so everyone knows that Moby can sing, but his singing's very kind of like Frank Ocean, fucking lo-fi, you know, Jamiroquai style, like in a cool little mash. But having a different singer like yourself, Holloway, that adds so much diversity to tracks. It's not even fucking
It's
funny.
awesome.
Yeah,
like we can make like more pop sort of like, you know?
We made a fucking song where we're talking about beefing with people, and you're going, beef with me, like, you know what I mean? And people, and many people, like even people from my work, man. This is no cap too, bro. Once again, bro, shout out to every motherfucker who's listening and bumping like TJM records, bro. Like my boss, right? This is no joke. He's fucking 40-something years old, and we will drive to work, and he puts on FriendlyFire DZ in the car while we're driving, and then like, we're driving to work and just listening. And I feel kind of awkward because I'm in the car and I'm constantly listening to this shit, and I'm like, oh fuck it, whatever, man. Like, you know, it's all cool, but Kill Streak come on, and when we got to the chorus, when you're going, you don't want no beef with me. Everyone was like, man, fuck, like, is he saying you don't want no beef with me? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, fuck, how did he make it sound like so melodic? Like, how did you take something like kind of aggressive and turn it into something so like melodic and like, you know what I mean? So that diversity with having you on any type of track, man, really changes up. Like,
yeah, I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? It's fucking fresh, bro.
It's cool, man.
Do you see yourself wanting to, you know, really, really dive into the music and put aside time to release singles and shit like that? Like,
for sure. The only thing that was like stopping me was I had the shit version of FL, and I know for a fact, like, every musician, whatever they all act like they can sing. I'm telling you right now, they can't. No, they can't. All these famous people, bro, they're just doing exactly what I'm doing in FL Studio. Now, what I can do to your vocals, nothing is released raw, like nothing.
Yeah, of course.
So I just had only raw, and I could just, my ears had just been so trained. When I hear one little note that's out, it fucking drives me insane.
Mm-hmm.
So now I've got this FL thing. I can just fucking fix any little,
fix it all up and
make it sound nice, and actually, it's like a little ego boost, you know, when you hear it back.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
It's good.
Well, it's funny you say that too, because I was actually watching an interview with Post Malone, and and this is you say what you want about the dude, bro.
He's the best, man.
He's a funny cunt. he's a drunk funny cunt.
Post Malone.
He says, the interviewer says, man, so like, what's the secret to the singing or whatever? Like, how do you do it? And he just straight up goes, bro, I can't sing. He goes, it's literally all just auto-tune and effects and all these crazy. And I'm just starting to laugh. And I'm like, at least he's honest, bro. Like,
of course. Everything's like that. They're all the same.
That's fucking sick, man. That is fucking sick. So you do see yourself wanting to release music more,
for
and
sure.
Well, I mean, now you've got a whole team behind you who can mix and master. Mobsy can mix and master.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? So shit can get done now.
We already got you. I made him a distro ages ago when we did Kill Streak. So it said the right feature on there.
But was it actually set up as Holloway's own page?
Yeah, I did it. I made sure. Yeah, I did it right. I did everything.
So
made sure. So but the only thing he's got on there is the features.
Okay. So then that means that next time you go to Holloway's studio, you should then sit down for an hour and do the whole Spotify for Artists thing. You change the profile picture and get it looking nice.
I did that. Yeah, I did that.
For him?
Yeah, that's
so it's already?
Ages ago.
I didn't realize
I made sure,
it was,
I did it all right. But so, if he wants to release his own song, you can just do it. I already did that.
That's mad.
Okay, shit. I didn't realize it was
because I just got bad OCD. So like when it was on DistroKid, it was my song featuring Holloway, and it was just I wanted it to feature right. You know what I mean? I wanted it to be the right. So I just went through and made the.
Well, how do you think I felt? Like, remember when we did Spirit and Jackal? I had the shits big time.
You were frustrated.
I knew. So this is why I changed from. I still use DistroKid to release singles.
I like Distro for singles.
But for collabs and features, I use TuneCore because every single fucking time DistroKid, man, fix your shit. Every time I uploaded a track trying to tag some cunt, it tagged the wrong motherfucker, or I've only just realized that after years of releasing my music, all my music pages and platforms are correct except Amazon. So my music on Amazon has been added to a death metal rock band called FriendlyFire, and one of their albums is called fucking Death to All People or some shit. I'm going, I don't want my fucking music on that shit, man. Like, fucking fix this shit fucking right now, bro. Like, get my music off that shit, like off that page. I don't want it. It's fucking bullshit, bro.
I still haven't even had a look, to be honest. All I care about is
Spotify,
because it's
iTunes,
easy.
Apple.
Because they make it easy, man. If all these other stores made it as easy as Spotify and Apple do, then it'd be way easier.
Probably more people would be doing it than two. Because like we were talking before, now we're going down a road where every motherfucker's can do shit on their own. Like you can make music, release it, distribute
That's
it.
good though.
It's good for us, for people like us and kids, young guys like us.
But it's good for everyone, I feel too, because that means there's a lot more variety, man. There's a lot of different sounds. Anyone can do it. Everyone's giving it their go, and like everyone has a chance to kind of build their own fan base if they keep at it. So I think it's good for everyone, really, because it adds more variety to, what's considered hip music.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, what about you two in school? Because I know DZ, you were fucking like rap battling people and shit in the courtyard. So Holloway, there was none of that for you, Holloway. No singing, no teasing, and nothing in school.
I was a guitar. I used to walk.
Oh yeah, you played guitar at school.
Man, I used to walk around with that thing for fucking.
So you were the kid that brought the guitar to school.
That was me. Yeah.
Okay.
That was me.
The guitar kid. Fucking.
That was me. Yeah.
And even back then, were you singing in the shower and shit, or not? Just instruments?
Nah, only instruments back then. It's only been singing in the shower like maybe the last 2 years or so.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe. If that, maybe.
What about music in school? You do music class?
Yeah. It's the only class I went to. Yeah. Everything else, I've had no time for that. But yeah, music is the only thing.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's so interesting. It's weird, how like people can just pop up and then people can sing, people can play guitar, play instruments.
You never know what someone can do.
You literally can't tell just by hearing someone talk. You can never tell. You probably drive past professional singers every day. They just look like normal people. You can't tell.
Yeah, no, like fuck, man. That's so sick, man. That is so sick. So what? No parents that can sing, no sisters, brothers, nothing.
My sister tries to sing, but she's fucking dreadful. She's actually the only one in my family who tried to do something musical. She had singing lessons when she was younger.
Okay.
So she used to walk around the house doing that, that shit, like the annoying fucking. And then so she walks around the house now singing like at the top of her lungs. She thinks she's mad. Everyone fucking hates it. Everyone's like, my mum would be like, "Kirsty, shut up, let Brad sing." All the time, man. All the time. I know, like, shut up. It's that annoying.
That's so fucking. That's awesome, man. Well, because I mean, me and DZ, we don't really have musical people in the family, but we've got our cousin who's been in the rap game for a minute now.
Chiche, yeah.
No, and Viking.
Yeah, I know, but Chiche's always been musical.
Plays the guitar.
These Dragon Ball Z characters as well.
Yeah. But like not like we didn't really grow up like we
didn't grow up around it.
I mean, we grew up always in the house where there's like grandma would always have fucking music.
Yeah, I mean we're South American, man. There's drums like, playing all the time. Someone's playing something.
Grandma's cooking and like listening to music, and like it was just always we kind of did always grow up around it.
Yeah, but it's always the same Spanish songs. The same 20 songs.
Surely that's got to play some small.
Maybe.
influence.
I mean, it
like,
could.
Surely. Like, you're constantly around it, and then you just sort of start thinking about it. And then
it has to,
the next thing you know, you've bought FL Studio, and you're fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Surely it's got to be something.
That's what I'm trying to do to Ivy now. I'll just start playing music in her ear, so she gets all brainwashed.
You just sit her in the studio while you make music there.
All the time. I just make her listen to it all the time. Hopefully, she just grows up and.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that shit works, man. It does, man. Kids pick up on stuff.
It's gotta work.
If you want your kid to be a genius, start showing them flashcards and shit when they're like a couple months, man, because you think it's not doing nothing, but they're taking it in.
Well, I mean, 100%. Like, you look at kids nowadays and you see parents just give the kids like an iPad or an iPhone because they don't want to deal with the kid.
No, that's how you brainwash them and drone them, turn them into zombies.
Dumbass,
Kids don't need technology until they're 15, man.
16, 15 hard.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's only for a phone to let the parents know that they're safe from school or some shit. Like, it's not even, they don't really need the technology at all.
Yeah.
I mean, Rose talk about this all the time, about ages of kids. And, man, kids these days are too reckless. They're too loose. You got to discipline them, man.
They say anything, eh? No.
Yeah,
there's like no consequence for them. They just tell people to die and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Because parents aren't hitting their kids anymore, and then the kids turn up spoiled, and then
that's what you do.
Yeah. I'm that kid. I'm the kid.
You know what I mean?
He always tells people to die all the time.
So that's you. You're the reckless guy who wasn't disciplined.
I'm that guy.
On Rocket League, it's all the Rocket League.
Oh my god.
Isn't Rocket League super toxic?
Bro, this guy's so good at it, man. It's funny as. It's just a weird thing to be good at.
Mobsy messaged me about it too. He wants to play with me. He wants to get carried.
Oh, shit. So what, games on the side as well or not?
Yeah, of course.
Just Rocket League.
Yeah, only that. Yeah,
only Rocket
just
League.
that.
Just Rocket League.
That's why I'm so good, because it's the only fucking thing I'd play.
And Fall Guys.
No, you can't be good at that game. It's a fucking stupid game.
Yeah,
And Among Us. We played Among Us for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
Until we just started cheating, and we just got into phone calls and started telling everyone who to kill us.
You just go into get in the chat and you just say abusive.
Something that I always think about too. So I'll direct it. We spoke about this many times before, but mainly directed to Holloway. Well, imagine going like if we did a TJM like show or something, just going. Imagine going on a tour bus around and you drive from state to state. Like, how do you think?
That'd be mad.
How do you think that shit would play out? Because surely shit would get wacky. So imagine, fucking.
Oh my god, with this guy, bro.
Imagine fucking. DZ does a couple songs, me on the decks, Moby, and then you coming in for your chorus. Like, imagine, how would you guys think that? I reckon shit would get pretty fucking wild.
No,
like, how would that?
I would be dead. I wouldn't even be able to. I wouldn't be able to do my chorus because I'll be fucking on the floor, passed out. No way, I'd be able to sing. I'll be dead. I'll be
literally
I'll be having a mad party.
Don't even make it to the fucking stage.
No way. I'll be making it there. No way.
We get to your part and it's just the plane.
It's just the beat in the background. Like,
It's just the actual recording of your chorus. You're just
we understand. We always go like way too hard, way too early all the time, mate. We always do that.
Oh man, there.
We're Australian, man. We can't help it.
That's why I feel like Australian shows. See, that's why making music in Australia is kind of like shit but good, because I feel like the pros are, if like look at Cursor shows and stuff, for example. When Cursor was really blowing up, man, I used to watch videos of him doing the shows, and man, they were getting fucking turned. Like, they were getting lit at these fucking rap shows, bro. And it's only like, if you think of it, you ask anyone out of the country who Cursor is, they got no fucking clue who Cursor is. Like, who the fuck is Cursor?
It doesn't take much, man. It's just a dedicated fan base. That's all you need, man.
Just that organic fan base.
That's all you need, man. Like, people think we're so fucking desensitized to numbers these days. You hear numbers like 1 million or 500,000, and you don't think it's much. But man, that is huge numbers, and people, like, you can get there. You really can.
Easily, yeah.
100% you can get there easily, and I think it's going to come quicker than we expect.
It's already happening quicker than I expect,
Yeah.
especially selling out of shirts and shit, man.
Yeah, that's
Jesus
mad.
Christ.
Yeah, shit is getting pretty fucking crazy.
It's manifestation, man.
Oh yeah, bro.
Here we go.
It is, but
It is, yeah.
So, all right. So, Holloway, do you believe in the whole manifestation and like law of
Nah.
attraction thing?
Really? Nah, bro. Me and him had an argument in the car one time, right? Because we kept. I had a shit day, right? we got fucking. I was going to like go to the RTA. I was going to do my P's test, right, for the car. And then right, so we park around this little back side street, fucking in the parking lot. I go inside, it's packed, right? I go in there, I said, I've got my license booked, I'm like, booked for this time. He goes, no, you're at the wrong place. I'm like, oh, fucking hell. So we had to drive to this other place. They go, no, you're at the right place. So we drove back, parked there again, went inside, and the guy's like, oh, like, you're just on time. We only just have enough time to do it. So we went to go outside. He goes, where's your car? And I was like, it's in the parking lot. It's just there around the corner. He goes, oh no, you need to be parked out the front. And I was like, oh my God.
What?
So then he goes, if your mate brings your car around in the next 5 minutes, we'll get to do the test. And then, so I said, Dylan, run. And he goes inside, talks to his manager, comes back out and just goes, nah, sorry, mate, we got to can it. And I was like, are you
And
fucking
he was
kidding?
fuming.
Yeah, I had the worst day. And then we drove home after that. We got every set of lights. And he's going, bro, it's because you're manifesting it. He goes, bro, it's because you're angry. He goes, we wouldn't be getting red lights if you just stayed calm. I'm like, how the fuck is me getting angry going to change the color of that light? So how's that true? That's never going to happen. It was always going to be red, no matter what, happy or sad, doesn't matter.
He did this guy did his
interesting fucking topic. So we've got someone who doesn't believe.
Nah, no way.
Is it a non-believer?
Nah, no way. It's real. No way.
But it is. Wow. But, I mean, each to their own. But this guy did his driver's test 3 times and failed without doing the test.
I didn't even get to,
he hadn't done the test.
I didn't even get to drive. I failed 3 times.
Oh, man.
One time I came out, I swore at the guy.
He had the wrong hours. He didn't have enough. Oh, man. Me and this guy, every time we get together and try
Something
to do
bad
anything at all, we come across some problem, man.
Even just now with the fucking mics not working.
Oh, yeah, this guy's cursed, man.
I am, or maybe I am the definition.
It's because you're manifesting bad energy, bro. You got to get your energy up, son.
Maybe I'm just changed. I've just changed. I believe in it now. I'm the bad fucking manifestation.
Well, that is fucking funny. Eh? So people just quickly. We were here setting up the podcast and getting the mics ready and shit, and we're going, man. We've got Holloway's mic's not working. Holloway's mic's not working. What the fuck's going on? He's going, fuck, man. How come when I come do my episode, my mic? What does mine going? What the fuck? And then he just goes,
I manifested on the way.
He goes, is it on? And I look and the microphone was just off. It was off.
The switch was
flipped. The switch was on the off, and I was like, fucking hell. Fucking give me this fucking little corkscrew.
Yeah, no, I keep playing with that fucking thing.
What thing?
What are you talking about? There's a little
fucking playing with it.
It's from a Ratchet and Clank cog.
Fucking Jesus. So wow. Okay. So you generally just don't believe. So you just believe that if you want to get somewhere, you got to work hard for it, and then
for sure, 100%.
Wow.
Like you're
interesting, man.
You're a pretty positive guy, though. Like,
you seem like a positive
That's
guy.
right.
I am. Yeah. No, I am.
He's always, everyone loves this guy once you get to know him because he's just like, I don't know, man. You're just a funny guy.
That is crazy. Wow. Okay. Because so far, I think everyone we've had on or talked to or said that they believed in some form of manifestation or law of attraction. No. But now we've got our first guest who generally just thinks it's just hard work. So you put the effort in, you put the hours in, then people. Sure. It's just kind of like a gamble. People are going to like what you're doing or not.
You're just lazy, man. You got to try it for yourself, and you'll see your life change. I promise.
What do you want me to do? Start smiling more or something? how do you manifest?
It works, man. People are non-believers, man. You just got to, it's just good for your soul anyway. Just to relax, take a minute, think about what you're grateful for, write it down. It just helps. I mean, but each to their own. I mean, some people don't believe, and that's that's on them. It's not like it's whatever. The world is what you make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's. I'm kind of glad for once we've got someone here who thinks the opposite, like because I like, as everyone knows, I'm a huge believer of it. Like I believe just even thinking about things all the time and just being positive and just thinking, okay, this is going to happen to me. This is going to happen to me. Like I believe that the universe will then just go, yeah, fuck it, here it is. You keep asking for it. You know what I mean? That's why there's a saying why people always say, fucking be careful what you wish for, because
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And I feel like, you got a lot of young artists and young so let's rewind a couple years back, right? And you got all the SoundCloud rappers. Now let's talk example, Little Peep, XXXTentacion.
He's the fucking worst.
all these type of kids, they were young. So when I was like, what do you mean? Most of them are the same age as us.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of them are
younger, man.
Some of them are younger. Some of them. Okay, so when I'm in school, dreading going to class, these kids are making fucking songs in their basements, and they've uploaded it on SoundCloud, and it blows up. And then the next thing you know, overnight, these kids are fucking superstars. They sell 1,000 records or whatever, and they get a bit of money. They start to pop off, and then the next thing you know, you're 16 years old and you're a fucking I wouldn't say millionaire, but you've got like fucking 900k, 800k in the bank, bro.
What do you even do with that age?
You got oh man.
And then they start doing drugs and drinking and shit like that. And the crazy thing too was these little American kids, they weren't doing like party drugs and like normal drugs. They were fucking getting on
normal drugs like Panadol and stuff.
They were getting on Panadols and on prescription shit that you got to get from the scripts for the chemist
lean and
shit.
shit,
So
cough medicine.
And that
That's
shit's
so fucking stupid.
and that shit's fucking fucked for you.
It turns them into zombies, man. That's why you
feel
see,
no
and
pain.
they go to these interviews and they're like,
I've seen interviews where they're falling asleep and they get
have you
kicked out.
seen Kodak
Oh,
Black?
yeah.
He's got the mask on.
Holy shit.
He's not saying anything.
Yeah, that is fucking
Like, oh man, I don't know how you can do that to yourself.
How do you get to that? Like, why do you... See,
They
but then
never get
again...
headaches. They never get headaches.
Yeah,
Damn,
yeah,
yeah.
at least I don't have headaches, but fuck, man,
Yeah,
zombies walking around. That's fucking crazy, man. Like, that once again, that sort of stems from... I feel like Americans, especially over there, they're what they think is cool and what an Australian thinks is cool is two very different things.
Yeah, it's just a different culture, man.
It's a very
It
different
is what
culture.
it is.
Like,
Each to their own. Again, I mean, like
again,
but-
it is each of their own. But fuck me, like how much, like even though a lot of the young rappers I don't really like or fuck with, there was maybe I could count them probably on one hand, but it is potential talent just gone to waste, man. Like these kids are killing themselves. And
that people like it though, man. Like there's a couple songs from the, like I don't listen to much of that at all. Like I said the last episode, I don't really understand like the little Uzi type of stuff. But like I like Triple X. I like
see, Triple XX into the Silent Man straight out. He was a fucking.
he was good, man. He was
boss.
great. I liked his music.
He was a boss.
But
Him, Little Skies.
I didn't really listen to Little Skies. I never really heard much.
He was a different level.
The thing I don't like though is the names, man. We
Nah,
always talk
yeah,
about
they're
this,
shit
like
names.
the baby, little
What
baby.
is
I
that?
like the baby a lot. To be honest,
Yeah,
I think
like
he's cool
him
as
too.
fuck.
I reckon he's
But,
good.
but like their names, man, they just got terrible names.
Why would you want to name yourself a baby? It's terrible. He's meant to be a
And like
gangster.
all these rappers are popular and they have such similar names. Like that's normal now. Like little baby, the baby. Like everyone's got little.
See,
like it's
which is-
weird.
which is absolutely insane.
Don't you
because-
want to separate yourself?
No, but see, that's the thing now. We live in crazy times where, so, okay, well, I'm going to quote Eminem right now. Same thing. Eminem said this in an interview. He said, back in the 90s or 80s, 90s, early 2000s, when Eminem was really starting to blow up, when he was fucking off his guts and singing crazy songs, but the shit was good.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
yeah.
The shit was nuts.
Yeah, it's so good.
He said in an interview a couple years ago, he said, man, when I was coming up, you had to sound so different from the next guy, and that's the only fucking way you would blow up, and the only way people would fuck with you is because you had to stand out from the crowd
That's so true.
and sound
Yeah.
different from the next rapper or artist or producer. And then he said, but in 2019 or whenever it was he had the interview, he said, but in this day and age, you've now got to sound like the next guy to be popular.
That is weird. I've never
literally.
thought of that.
So why how the fuck does that? Where was the switch? Where was the shift in energy and like? And once again, like I blame American young kids for this shit because obviously there's so many of them listening to it, and then the artist fucking Lil Yachty admitted that he fucking only makes music because it's easy and he knows it's a quick cash grab because the kids are gonna play it on Spotify.
See, but that's the thing about those guys too. Like, I like Little
They're
Yachty.
fuckwits.
I like Little Pump because they're honest about it. Like, at least they're honest, man.
Yeah,
But
at least they're honest, but the thing is
I don't like the music. But
Yeah, the kids feed into it and make these motherfuckers rich. And then we're all the way down here in our little rock in Australia making crazy shit.
Yeah, and
once
no one's listening.
No one, not that I care, but we deserve a little something.
But I mean, but that's the whole thing where it's
We deserve
about,
a slice of
it's
that
just-
cake, baby.
Like, it's up to your preference, man. It's just the way it is. Kids these
Yeah.
days, I think it's all the TV and shit we watch. You know, like it's just making sheep, and everybody's the same. But like, you know, you just got to push through it. There are people out there into the same shit as you, looking for the same shit as you. So if you keep at it, stay dedicated, and with your unique sound, I feel like at the end of the day, people are always gonna like that more. I met up with our cousin Michael
And
just the other day. Gave him some shirts. Shout out Michael. And he was telling me that my style was like an American take. Like, he doesn't really like Aussie rap that much, but the way I rap is like a Aussie take on American style hip hop. And that's what I was going for. And it made me feel good that he noticed, because it's like, you got to be unique. And I haven't really seen in the Oz scene people really rapping like that, really. Like, Oz has a very unique, like, particular sound.
Wow, it's interesting that he says that, man. Yeah, shout out to fucking Big
So,
Cuz.
because that's what I listen to, you know? So, like,
that is interesting. Yeah, because look, I personally do love Aussie rap. But that's just because
I like it too.
That's just because I'm a fucking patriot. Like, I'm like, you know,
It's
I
cool.
do like, you know, like
especially
Wombat,
nowadays, yeah, man.
Wombat, Chillin' at Cursor, Enter, all that shit, you know. But you're right. We're very what's the word for it, man?
Our accents don't lend well to music, I think, to be honest.
I kind of like the accents.
Yeah, we're making it work.
We're very Australians. We for some reason, well, not we, but our rappers before us, so the Curses and the yada yada, all them, the big dogs,
the older generation,
they really niched us.
Oh yeah,
they really niched us into the point where it was, fucking. I grew up in West Sydney. I took heaps of pills and I fucking did this, and my mum used to hit me, and like you know what I mean.
That was the sound.
But then they all started doing it. And don't get me wrong, I'm all into the storytelling and shit like that. But they literally niched us now to the point where young up and coming Australian rappers, I see it all the time on Instagram, where they struggle to break through because people now, if you're not singing about your fucking parents bashing you and doing drugs on the street, Aussie people don't like it.
But you know what I mean? But that's the thing. They I think these days is kind of changing though. Like with Chillin', before Chillin' It and Wombat and all those guys, 111, all this newer generation were making music. There wasn't anything that really sound like that. Even the drill scene in Oz, people love that overseas. And I think I got a lot of people who message me, and like I work with Low all the time. Shout out Low too. That these Americans, they like the way we do it. Like because I feel like it's because of. I feel like it's because of we're more. I feel like we're more appealing to a global audience, we just have to get our voices heard, I think. Because the style is more influenced by American rap. We're not rapping like that Aussie, typical Aussie style, which is dope, man. I like Aussie rap. Don't get me wrong. I like Aussie rap a lot because it's our thing. But that's the thing. It's our thing. I don't think it's very appealing to a global audience. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. I know drill's very popular, but I feel like that's its own thing, right?
Yeah, that's definitely not.
Okay. Well, then what do you think, Holloway? Do you like the Oz scene? Do you not like the Oz scene? How do you? What's your take on the whole?
You don't got a clue, do you?
No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
You don't like it at all?
Nah. I don't listen to any Oz rap. Nothing. I hate it. I hate listening to it.
A lot of people, but that's the thing in Australia too. I didn't like it at all.
There's no in between. There's no one that's like, oh, I'm kind of on it. You either like it or you don't.
Oh yeah. There's no in between. Yeah. It's either.
Nah.
But then again, in saying that too, you can then even split the group again, and then you've got Oz rap, but then you've got the kids who like Cursor, Enter, Forte, them, and then you've got the other group who like Bliss and Esso, 360 Pez, Hilltop Hoods, like you know what I mean? It's very. I feel like you can then split it again down the middle, but it all then, once again, it's all very niche because Bliss and Esso and all them, they were singing about same thing, manifestation and believing that you can achieve shit, and it sort of come across as kind of corny, and then they all were the ones that got on the radio. So then the kids that are from fucking out west that are fucking getting beat up by the parents hate it because they're singing about bull, and it's just very, you know what I mean? So, yeah, like that's actually very fucking cool that Low said that they're fucking with us over there then. So what did he say?
No, Low fucks with me. Low likes what he produces. He says like, he sends me free stuff all the time. Like he's a great dude and we have a good rapport, and he just says, yeah, I like your shit. But then I also got a lot of other Americans who also like, send me messages every now and then. It's just more surprising to see how many people actually are listening overseas. Like it's always more than you think. Like you can even look at your Spotify page and see where people are listening from, and you see crazy countries in there, and it's cool, man. I always got a few like decent amount of Americans, and it surprises me. But
yeah, see, this is random for me too because I've got a whole bunch of French motherfuckers that are so shout out to France, bro. Like they're bumping my shit in France, man, I've had which is weird as fuck.
Yeah, man, I've had Switzerland, I've had crazy places pop, Turkey, and it's like, man, that's cool. Like it's just even like sometimes it's one person and you just know somewhere in that country, there's one person who came across your stuff, and it's cool, man.
Cool, man. One thing I want to say before I forget it too, before I feel like we're going to keep diving into the whole Oz thing for a sec. Back to the Americans that were doing this shit, right? So all their names are Lil this, Little Baby, Little fucking Young this, Young whatever. Lil Wayne was the first one to do it.
Oh, yeah.
True or no true?
Yeah, that's definitely true. Everyone knows it.
He was the first one that did the face tattoos, had the Lil Wayne, the first one that was drinking lean, fucking getting fucked up on prescription pills, but I fuck with him very hard.
Lil Wayne's good.
I think he's
mad, eh?
He is good.
He is easily in my top 5 best
He's in
rappers.
a lot of people's he's in a lot of he's very talented. Like his schemes are very clever. He's a good rapper, and at the time it was so unique. He was doing but no one was doing that. Like it sounded mad, and he can rap fast too. You know, like he's a very talented dude. He's cool too. Have you seen his interviews and shit?
No, he's great.
He just looks terrible.
He
just looks awful.
He looks scary.
He looks terrible, but he's a good guy.
But
like, you know,
I've met him.
He's one of my mates.
Well, that's the funny thing too. So, ready? I'll get both your opinions on this one too. So, so same thing. I get most of my knowledge from interviews and stuff. Watching an interview, and he was saying, so someone had. I feel like every single big rapper is gonna get asked about Eminem, but someone had asked him, "Oh, what was it like making music with Eminem, whatever." And then he said, "Yeah, no, working with M's great." And then the interviewer said, "Do you feel like he ever like bested you on your?" Because they had heaps of collabs. Do you feel like he ever bested you in that sort of? Oh yes, thank you. Just leave it there. Thanks. He And they say
Uber Eats.
Yeah, I just got Uber Eats delivered. And they say did you feel like he ever bested you on your own tracks? And then Lil Wayne just says, "Nah, man, because I feel like he never did, because when you rap with Eminem, it's like do you feel like he ever bested you? Because most people could agree that most songs Eminem jumps on, he steals the show.
Oh yeah.
He murders them, and this is what he does. But if you really think about it, on all the collabs with Lil Wayne, I feel like he was the only guy who Eminem didn't rap better
I don't
than
know,
him.
forever, man.
Yeah, but that's right. So
Forever, bro.
Lil Wayne says, when you rap with Eminem, it was like the rap Olympics. So every time I worked with M, I was bringing my best shit just so he couldn't pump me on. Half of the shit was Lil Wayne's song, feat Eminem. And then Eminem comes with the fucking crazy feature. I personally agree to that statement. I feel even in Forever, Lil Wayne's verse in that is good, fucking hard.
Yeah, I like he always kills it, man.
So do you think that Eminem bested him on his music?
I think Forever Eminem. I think that's why it's a meme. It's just hands down. It's just better.
Yeah. I don't know. What about you, Holloway? Do you think Eminem, like Lil Wayne, got bested?
Have you heard that song?
Yeah, I have. I think I don't know. I think I might just be biased. I think I just like Eminem way more than Lil Wayne, and I'll just always just pick him anyway.
Yeah, I
but
feel
that verse, man. There they go back. That's a great verse.
Hell
man.
yeah, man.
That's a good song. Let's make a song like that.
The dog's back. I mean, the bad energy. How does this happen twice now?
The dog's usually alright, but it's because there's now human food. He's now see, look, he just wants to fucking
excited. He's gonna knock all of that shit.
Human food is way better than dog food. Have you ever tried?
What is that? Is that a cheeseburger?
That's a sausage dog.
No, the burger.
Bro, that dog. What is he looking at? He's gonna fucking attack me. Oh no.
No.
Yeah, this ain't good.
Right.
It's a vicious attack
I'll get
caught
him
on
out.
camera.
He mauled you to death. It becomes like an X video.
All these views that we wish we had, we get because
it's on the dark web.
Yeah.
Gruesome.
Now he's eating dog food. What the fuck? What is going on?
Web,
He's settling for that.
That looks awful.
Alright, so
Well,
I was really enjoying.
oh, the little
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I just wanted to get that out there before I forgot it. That I feel like he's great.
Yeah,
but,
he's great.
He is good.
Something I'm really was enjoying too was the whole the Oz scene too, because I've seen for some weird reason Chillin' gets a lot of hate.
Oh, because
Why?
it's like what you said. The Oz scene. This is my opinion. Okay, obviously, it's very divided. I feel like there's a very street scene, which is your curses and you know, and I like a lot of their songs too. Don't get me wrong, but there's also the other side, which is the more Americanized, I like to say. It's kind of Americanized, man, because I feel like the beats and the sound is because we're so influenced by American culture over here that, you know, obviously if you grow up rapping, that's what you kind of lean into. And like I used to do the American accent back in school and I'd freestyle all the time and I had to kind of lose it. Even some of our earlier songs, I'm rapping with a kind of American accent. But that's just because what we watch and what we listen to. So I feel like there's that side and then there's, you know, deep Oz scene that really is more into the drill, more into the curses and, you know, that sort of stuff. But, you know, I don't think they have to agree necessarily. I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think, you know, if you respect this or you respect that, it's all right. Like, I like music from both. I definitely listen to the more Chillinits and the Wombats and the, you know, Alex Jones and shit. But each to their own, like I said. I mean, we're all Aussie. So anyone succeeding, like, it's great to see fucking Chillinit doing a fire in the booth, man. Like, the first Aussie, you know, that's cool shit. Like, he's rapping Oz, man.
That's why. Like, we should be... If you see a fellow Aussie, especially blowing up in the music scene, it should be just all love.
And when I'm watching, I'm like, even in the same with shows and movies, like if Rose and I are watching a movie or a documentary,
there's an Aussie,
I'm always like,
yes.
yeah.
That's
Like,
why, I don't know, man, more people need to be more positive and sort of think about like supporting each other and not fucking putting each other down, because like, especially on Chillinit stuff, I see so much hate.
And he's good, man.
And he's a fucking gun.
He's great. He's really good.
Holloway, Chillinit, yay or nay?
I don't listen to him.
This guy, you don't listen to anything else.
No way.
So you
Men at work, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, horses and fucking barrel brace, mate. That's up my alley.
Iggy, do you like country music? Because I got a lot of friends, man, and they love country music.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro,
and every time I just can't get into it,
my
man.
fucking in-laws, none of them in this house. Right, so this is, so once again, the two different cultures and people that can be so different. It's fucking so cool. Like, so in my family, like me and DZ said earlier, we had music always on, even if it was just ambience on soft volume in the background. There's fucking music. Yeah. Cooking to music, you're eating to fucking music, you barbecue to music, swimming to music, whatever. But here at because now I live in a flat at the back. I've been with my girlfriend for almost 6 years now. They're the complete opposite. In the house, the only thing you'll hear is the TV, the TV on. But the only genre these motherfucking cunts listen to is fucking country. And it's so random because they don't generally enjoy music, but they love country, right? Here's my girlfriend right now. Chloe, who's that girl you listen to?
Casey Chambers.
Oh, Casey my God. My fucking sisters. That's why she started singing to sound like that thing.
Well, there you go. So Casey Chambers, and don't get me wrong, there's some songs
I've never heard of.
Some songs I like, and there's some country songs that I do like that you just randomly hear them and you're like, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, there's some that they play.
Sure.
They always play them at the party, like when we'd have drink ups.
Yeah,
with the goat.
Oh, the goat.
This guy had a goat, man.
Oh, okay. Just what the fuck happened there?
Oh well, I had a big lawn and I was fucking sick of mowing it. So we got a goat, yeah. It was like a drunk decision. We were all just having a few drinks. I looked out the back. My mower was breaking. I was like, fucking hell. I just looked at it and I was like, imagine we just had a goat here that just ate all the grass. And then my friend Nathan, and he's like, he goes, should we get one? I'm like, fuck it, we'll go get one. So the next morning we woke up and we're like, we're actually doing this. We drove like fucking 2 hours. We went and picked up a goat and took it home.
They got the most retarded goat out of the group. It still hasn't grown.
It hasn't grown, yeah.
You still got the goat?
No. But we
can
see it.
visit.
Yeah, we can go see it. Yeah.
Where is it?
It's at a farm in Land Island. Yeah, and we can drive past.
It's the shortest goat in the lot. You can spot it instantly. It's got like it's like bloated.
Jesus Christ.
It's always got a big belly.
And there was every time we'd go. His house was always a house we'd go and hang out at.
Yeah,
and we'd go there all the time. And there's goat shit all over there. Little pellets, like little like choco balls.
I didn't even know goats fucking done that until I got it.
Broom and just sweep it off into the grass.
Oh, it was so annoying.
And he didn't even eat the grass.
Bro,
Did he mow the lawn?
Nah, not once. Not once. I mowed next to him and he ran away from the mower.
My God.
And he didn't even like the grass either. He was always in the shed where he was not allowed.
And we'd put
I put mesh. I put fucking chicken wire around my rose bush, right? Because the landlord said, "Look, I don't care that you got a goat, right? But don't let it eat that rose bush." So I was like, "All right, fuck it." I put this chicken wire around the rose bush, bro. Every day I get home from work, he'd be trapped inside of it. He got in, but he can't get out, and he just look at me, and man, and the whole bottom part of the fucking tree would be shredded, but the top wouldn't be because he was too short to reach the top leaves. So I was like, oh my.
And when we'd have drink ups, right, we'd always hang out in the shed on the big table, and we'd try to block him, but so he'd just jump over it.
He started learning to jump, and he just jumped the fence.
They can jump like fucking 2 meters. He's a goat.
Bro,
What was its name?
Wiley.
Wiley. So you bought Wiley the goat to mow the lawn, and he didn't mow the lawn.
He
once.
sucked. He was terrible.
He sucked. He was the worst.
That was
Actually,
fun,
he was a
but-
good pet, but
Yeah, you
he was a
loved
good
it.
pet. Yeah, he was mad, but for his purpose, he fucking sucked. He sucked.
That is fucking sick.
Yeah.
See, because I've been thinking for a while, I kind of want to buy. I want to play this prank. It's probably. I probably won't be able to do it. Actually, no. I wanted to play this prank on my sister-in-law because I know she won't be listening to the podcast, so I can say it. But I wanted to go and buy like 20 to 25 chickens, like little pet chickens, and just throw them in a room and then wait for her to come home from work and then just,
Holy
and
fuck.
then just see what she does.
Bro, no, the whole room's gonna be covered in shit.
Yeah, that's the point.
They
But that's the
shit
point. Yeah.
so much.
That's the point. But
Feathers everywhere.
Yeah, fuck, that would suck. There's like cockfighting in there. There's a
I mean-
cockfight ring in there.
I mean, it's lucky it wasn't our house, dealing with a goat, because we probably would have fucking ate it.
Oh, we definitely would hate it.
Yeah,
At the
for
end of his
sure.
life cycle, and when he was time to pass on, we'd eat him.
How do you know when his fucking life cycle's over, he doesn't grow? He's stuck at the same size.
There wouldn't be much meat on him anyway. He wouldn't
It
be.
just
worth-
feeds one person, that's it.
Fucking hell,
I
man.
could have ate all of him for sure.
Oh man, yeah, we've had some fun times.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Fucking-
Definitely.
Where did you get the goat? How much was it?
$200.
They sell goats for $200, man.
Bro, they were so like they were so professional about it. We just went there like, do you want one with the balls on or off?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean? I don't. If we were like googling on the way there, it's saying in Google, you should never have a goat by itself. You should always have two, no matter what. They're a herd animal. If you take one away, it gets depressed. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, we about to spend $400
To get
now.
two
Though.
goats,
Are we gonna
fuck.
get two? I'm like, fuck, maybe we should get two. Man. And then we're like, nah, fuck it, he'll be right. So we just got one, and then he was mad. He was happy as.
But
It's fine.
while they had him, it had the fucking the castrating thing on his
Yeah,
nuts.
on his nuts, yeah.
To take their nuts
to take
off,
the balls off.
they
Yeah,
tighten
they
a little.
put a little they put a little elastic band around their nuts, and then over like 3 weeks, their nuts fall off. Like that's how they
go black
like
and fall
desex
off.
them. Yeah.
And we saw he had it while it had the castrating thing on. So as time went
Yeah.
on, we'd watch his nuts just
slowly
deteriorate.
shrink into it looked like a sultana until I finally found it just sitting there on the ground. I was like, well, that's a ball sack.
That's twisted, eh?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Did that
Like,
hurt the goat?
no, I didn't even. Oh, it looked a little itchy, but that's about it. It did itch. Remember, he used to like kick
did
his legs.
itch.
Yeah, it did definitely.
Did it?
Yeah, he
so he'd
tried
be
it.
scratching his nuts.
Yeah,
I
he
know.
tried it with his back legs.
Yeah, he
his little
tried,
hands.
but he couldn't reach it. I was like, fuck, you poor thing.
That's
Like,
fucked.
he probably wanted me to scratch it so bad, but I was just saying, nah, no way.
Wow.
He would have
He
wanted.
always eat the rose bush.
Yeah, he was addicted to that.
Brad, he loved rose bush leaves so much
Only.
that if Brad was trying to get him to another place in the yard, he'd leave a trail of rose bush.
He followed it like a fucking idiot.
He loved them.
He fell for it. Fucking.
Holy shit. And all this, and he did not mow the lawn.
No, not once. Not one single time. He ate it a little bit, but he ate like the tiniest amount that you couldn't even tell that he had eaten it. But he definitely was because he was fat as.
What was he eating then? What were you giving him?
Fucking rosebush leaves. That's what.
He's literally-
He was eating. Yeah, we used to feed him.
They
like
loved
cat.
Hannah loved him. Hannah would get him
Hannah
chop him
still
up
thinks about
carrots.
him. Yeah,
and-
we chop up carrots and apples and fucking grapes. He used to eat grapes and shit.
He was fucking living the life.
He was
he
cool.
He had the king.
He was
had
cool.
the king life. He had-
Holy
he
But he
definitely-
smelled terrible.
we had to wash him. We fucking blow dried him with a human blow dry. He looked fluffy as. We put baby soap on him and stuff. Made him awesome. He was mad.
So it's like a full proper pet.
Yeah, so we got him to mow lawns, but then we fucking fell in love with him and started doing human shit to
Like,
him.
yeah, like a pet, like a dog.
Yeah.
Holy
Take him
shit.
to the dog park.
Yeah, we
on
took
the
him.
lead.
We took him to Subway and got him some lettuce at the St. Clair shops as well.
Fucking hell, man. That is fucked.
The looks we got in the shops, like, everyone, I was just holding a goat. They're like, "Fuck, what is wrong with this guy?"
Fucking hell, that's funny, man. That's awesome, man.
No, that is mad.
That's why I'm scared to move out and get my own place, because I'll probably buy some weird shit.
Giraffes.
Yeah,
You got
fucking-
giraffes.
Yeah,
And
like
You
fucking,
got extinct animals. There,
yeah,
so
like full exotic as pets and shit. Yeah, that's fucked.
toucans in the trees.
that'd be
I'm fucking-
mad. That would be fucking cool. Yeah.
I'm fucking scared. Anyway, well, I got another question just thought of while we're talking. So Holloway, you don't believe in manifestation and stuff like that, right? So, do you believe then in conspiracy theories and stuff, or nah?
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
really?
Yeah, for sure. I love that shit. I get into that stuff all the time.
We don't really talk about that ever.
We don't. Nah, never.
Really?
But for sure. I'll watch shit like that all the time.
Okay, so do you have any at the top of your head that you can think of that you believe in?
Believe in aliens or what?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I think if anyone says no to that,
they're more likely to be than not to be.
Yeah, the chances of them being, but it's like what we portray them out to be. I don't think is right. Obviously.
Yeah, we probably can't comprehend it.
Who was the guy that made them look like have that big head with the black eyes and green? Who made them that? Like that's just someone's.
Well, that's what people. A lot of encounters they say that's what they look like.
Yeah, but maybe the one guy's seen one and then everyone else is just a sheep.
Do you believe that people have been abducted?
I think. Yeah. I think. Have you seen
compelling stories?
Have you seen the Bob Lazar?
Oh
thing?
Yeah,
man.
Have you seen that guy?
What's that?
It's about aliens. It's about a guy who said he worked in Area 51.
Yeah, and like he was working with
the ships and they
reverse engineered alien ships.
So he was saying like the things he's seen, they had technology there that wasn't even on Earth yet. That's what he was saying. He said this technology hadn't been like invented here yet, and they were trying to reverse engineer. So they were trying to find what they had. They were trying to see like how does that work, and they couldn't figure it out.
The crazy thing about that too is the stuff he said. Like, have you seen those real CIA videos? They're real and declassified, like of the fighter pilots seeing the UFOs. The way Bob Lazar, they're like from 2016 or something like that, if I believe. There's some like earlier, but the way Bob Lazar describes the crafts moving, that's how they move in the declassified videos.
He said they made him control one. Remember, they said they put him in one and he had to fly one. And he said they told him to put this thing on his head and think of the aircraft flying. He said just think of it, and he's thinking like, what do you mean? Like, because all you have to do is think of it to fly, and it'll start flying. And he started hovering or something. Then all of a sudden he crashed. He like blacked out or something.
And the crazy thing is too, they're making that technology now with Elon Musk with the neural link. That's what it is. You control computers with your mind.
It's got to be.
So man, we're evolving, bro. And
you got to watch it.
It's
alien
on technology.
Netflix. It was on Netflix. I'm not sure if it's still on there, but you got to watch that. Bob Lazar, something.
And have you heard the story of the kids in, I think it's Uganda or something, the school kids? No. And they all have the same, these are kids. So they're all describing the same thing, and kids don't lie about shit like that. No. And they all drew pictures of what they look like, and they interviewed these school of kids that saw a UFO just go, one happened in Australia too, the same thing, and apparently all the kids were jumping the fence trying to look at this thing. And it's compelling stuff, man.
So what, the kids in Nigeria?
It was some African country, I can't remember. I think it was Uganda or something.
Okay, so in Africa, the kids have all seen a fucking UFO.
Yeah.
See, which is trippy too, because in Africa, they'd have so much open plain that I reckon they would see some fucked up shit all the time.
Australia is really good for that too. And speaking of that, a while back, I was in my room, right, and I was...
Wait, is this the UFO stuff?
Yeah, man. But keep in mind, this is like a couple months ago, like maybe 2 months ago.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, everyone listen to this.
I've just realized.
And I've been getting into these alien stuff a lot recently, right? And I just always think, and then I was sitting in my room looking out the window. I always have the window up looking at the stars and shit. And I was looking out the window and I was thinking about UFOs. I was thinking about it, and as I'm looking out the window, I start seeing these big lights going boom, boom. And I'm composing myself. I stare at them for a while to make sure I know what I'm looking at. Because I was just thinking about UFOs, literally. And I'm like, no fucking way. This was about 10 p.m. My parents are asleep down the hall. And after I knew for a fact what I was looking at, I run downstairs. I got my phone. I'm trying to film it. I sent it in the boys' inbox. I'm like, what is that? And then I run back upstairs. I go, Mom, wake up. Mom gets up, runs downstairs to look at it. And my stepdad goes, they're stage lights. They're fucking stage lights from they were doing
regatta center or some shit.
They were shooting fireworks before, and they had stage lights going. And I looked at it, and I was like, fuck. He's right. But but
you woke up out like our mum and stepped out in like an emergency situation.
in my defense, but if it was a UFO, mum would have wanted to see that shit. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Like
I
you
was
woke her up.
Bruh, I stared at it for 5 minutes making sure I'm not seeing things. I'm like, fuck, what is that? And it was, I don't know why I didn't think of stage lights. I was doing the same patterns, but I don't know. I was thinking about aliens. Man, fuck.
You would have been cheering.
Look, it's a moment of weakness, but it is what it is, all right? It fucking happens to the best of us.
Bro, when Mum told me that story, man, I could not stop fucking laughing. But that is fucking great.
Fair enough if you're 12 or something, but this is fucking 3 weeks ago.
This guy's a grown-ass man. I mean, which is crazy.
It's strange times, man.
Oh, fuck yeah. And not even that. Like, before I could even classify our Earth in a strange time. Like, back in the day, I used to watch, like, YouTube videos and shit a couple of years, but when I was in high school, a couple of years back. And there would be people making crazy claims that they've been, like, there was one lady I watched where she could swear she was driving along some highway in, like, a desert road, wherever the fuck she lived, like, Nevada or wherever. And then a bright light all of a sudden comes over the car. She thinks it's a helicopter. UFO goes to the right of the car. She sees it. UFO then comes up at a very fast speed, goes to the left of the car, and then all of a sudden she just wakes up, she claims, and she was like awake on like a surgery table. And there was like these little minions. She described them as like doing shit to her. So she freaks out, and then she wakes up again and she's at home.
Well, that's how they all go. Have you? Apparently, there's like 12 species of aliens. Have you heard that shit?
Yeah, I have.
What?
Seen. Yeah, I've seen.
What the hell is that?
And they have different photos
like
of what they all look like and shit. Yeah.
And they release those CIA documents that are real documents of like everything they know about UFOs. There's some weird shit in there, man. And apparently there's like 12 alien races and a galactic federation and shit, and like all these different races. And they don't like us to use. Apparently they're trying to help us, right? They respect that Earth is our planet, and we do what we want with it, but they don't like nuclear weapons. Apparently,
of course. Who does?
So apparently, but I don't know. That's how the stories go. I believe something, but you never know. Could be anything.
So what? See, I believe as well. Right? There's obviously shit out there. There's got to be because like if you think of it in space too, people bring it up all the time. We're literally a speck of dust.
Yeah.
We are literally like we could almost be classified as non-existent in this universe that we are. So. Yeah, I do believe. So what? Apparently, I like that theory. I really like that theory that the whole time aliens do want to help us and just sort of let us be, but they're kind of looking down and going, "Okay, these cunts are fucking themselves."
Well, let me tell you,
why are they being so secretive? What are they going to hide? Like, if they are real, we already know about them. Why do they keep fucking hiding? We already know you're there. Just come out and say hello.
Don't forget.
They panic.
Don't forget, there'll be people that will freak the fuck out, and especially in America too.
Of course.
No offense, Americans are fucked, and if they see some weird shit coming out of the sky, they're gonna start shooting.
This is killer.
And then let's be real. Once they're gonna start shooting, and then in the chaos, they'll start shooting each other.
Yeah,
like they will completely panic.
Well, that's what they all say. It's to keep people from panicking. But apparently all our technology is alien shit, and they just go like giving it to us or something. Nikola Tesla. I made that song 369. That's based on the shit he says, man. Because apparently there's CIA documents that say that guy is from Venus. CIA document. Like, listen, take everything with a grain of salt. Do your own research.
Of course. But wasn't he the guy who invented the
electricity and all that shit?
He's the one who conducted the first light bulb or something?
And apparently,
that's retarded. How the fuck do you do that?
He believed hard in manifestation and everything. And he said, he has a great quote. If you want to know the key to the universe, think of everything as frequency, vibration, and some other, thing. I forget it. I always forget the third one.
What?
So that's
look up that quote right now. That is fucking trippy.
He would do everything. He would do everything 3 times because apparently 3, 6, and 9 are like the power vibration, and I live by that shit too. I've been doing it as well. My manifestation thing. Like I always put 3 scoops of coffee.
Holy shit!
You're gonna be up
this guy Nikola Tesla used to walk around a building 3 times before he'd go inside. And he'd always get room numbers that are divisible by 3 or 6 or 9. It's always
really.
That's why I made that song 369.
3 scoops of coffee or 3 scoops of coffee.
That guy knew
6 days of not sleep.
Everything is frequency, vibration.
Yeah. I only got 2 fucking things of coffee, and I'm fucking bouncing off the walls. And
I do a normal amount. Like I do a half spoon or something. But I make sure I'm doing it.
So you're ripping off what he's doing.
Yeah.
So really, you're doing 1.5,
Yeah.
3.9. So the
but-
song should have been 1.5,
It's just about vibing at those frequencies because those numbers 3, 6. I guarantee people watching this will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
People are into this shit. People love researching this type of stuff.
What is it?
Type in Nikola Tesla.
See, this is why we need
Life
a fucking offsider for this shit to look it up on the fucking shit.
Life is frequency vibration. It will come up. It's a famous quote. Einstein had great quotes too, man. I love quotes. Looking at quotes, they're inspiring. People smart.
I can't.
Just type in Nikola Tesla quote.
Yeah, I did.
Frequency. Life
There's
is
literally nothing coming.
key to life. Quote.
The fuck.
Dylan's been exposed.
It's a fake quote. It's a fake quote.
Dylan made this quote. I'm hoping Iggy wouldn't look it up, but now he's looked it up and he's gone back. This quote isn't even a thing.
You definitely said it.
Ultimate.
You just like the number 369. You're trying to make us believe in that number, but we don't care.
I can't find the actual quote. It just says the ultimate purpose is the complete mastery of mind over the material world, the harnessing of human nature to human needs. If you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would know the key to the universe.
Nah, there's a famous quote. He says this: if you want to know the key to life, think of it in vibration, frequency, and there's a fucking third one, but I don't remember what it is. I always forget it.
Apparently, yeah, he was obsessed with the number 3.
Yeah, people thought it was OCD and shit, but CIA says he's from Venus, man, so fuck, I think he knows.
Yeah, apparently he always washed his hands 3 times and walked around buildings 3 times before entering.
I'm not that bad. I pretty much, when I write my diary, I write, a phrase 3 times at the end, and, I do the coffee thing, but I don't fucking go overboard.
He died of
He died 3 times.
Yeah, of coronary thrombosis.
Coronavirus.
He died 3 times. No. Okay, yeah, that's fucking. That is fucking super interesting, man.
Yeah.
That vibration stuff is very interesting because it's true. Life, everything is vibration.
Yeah, everything.
Man.
Every sound.
You're
Yeah,
right.
kind of like what you were saying about the music. Remember?
Cold. Oh, fucking hell.
Wait, what?
Oh man!
Oh no!
Just that every sound ever is what I don't know is a key, like a music note. Everything, every sound you ever hear.
That's what we were saying. Like you just tap on the table like this. That slowed down.
Yeah,
and stretched out is still a note,
100%.
no matter what. Everything is music. That's what I was saying to him.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh my god!
You sipping on a drink. You slow that down enough, they go the frequency.
Yeah.
That's still a note.
You see people do it all the time on
They
turn
take a
shit
note
into-
and they make they make melodies out of it.
Well, technically, we're surrounded by sound,
Yeah,
right? And yeah, you're right. So technically, I mean, life. I have been saying it for a long time too. Like I'm also one of my little side quotes is, I believe that the key to life is music. I mean, think of it like with me personally, when I'm sad, music. When I'm happy, music. When I'm feeling anxious, music. When I'm nervous, music. When I go to work, music. At work, music. Come home, like it to me anyway. Like the purpose of life and the universe could be just music. And that's an interesting point, Holloway, because literally everything is a note, is a sound, is a you know what I mean? Like you hit a table and it's like it sounds
it doesn't
low.
sound,
It sounds low.
But
so
it's still a note, no matter what.
Your low notes are fucking D, E, F, G. So if I put that into FL and then I figure out the note, and there's even plugins. There's a brand new plugin in the newest update of FL, which is called Tuner. You literally put that plugin on any sound and it tells you the note of that sound.
That's mad. Yeah,
so
that's mad.
I put the bang of the table in there.
It, like,
it's probably going to be
C-sharp minor.
Yeah, it's literally going to tell
mad.
me
That's
that
mad.
table is that you hitting that table hits the note of a D or an E or a, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's mad.
So
you can't. It's not possible to make a sound that doesn't fit into this chart.
yeah,
That's a crazy thing.
Yeah, you can't make
Like,
something. It's like
everything is-
trying to make up a new color.
Yeah, but
So you can't, how do you?
then some animals and shit can see other colors
the
that we
fucking
can't even.
lobster, the lobster with fucking. There's like a lobster or something with fucking things in its eyes that lets it see like 108 spectrums of rainbows that we can't see yet.
Like,
You seen that?
how do they know that though?
Yeah, that's
weird, eh?
Yeah, how do they know that?
You know, in
How did they
Star
know that?
Wars, this
Like-
is a cool fact you'll appreciate. I feel like in Star Wars on the planet Kamino, everything's all white.
Yeah.
Did you know that apparently
Yeah.
they could see all these colors that just the humans couldn't see?
that's
why
mad.
it was white. Like
They can all, only they can see.
So the Kaminoans can see these colors, but Obi-Wan couldn't see it. So
that's why it's us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know that. That's cool. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Holy shit! I didn't know that, and I'm a fucking die-hard Star Wars fan. I had no idea.
Pretty sure it's in like the behind the scenes of the Attack of the Clones or something. George Lucas is like on the DVD. Anyway, the lobster talking about.
The lobster story's finished. What do you mean? That was all. It has crazy eyes or something.
What were we talking about before the lobster?
Oh, so you can see. So the lobster can just see colors that we can't see, which is okay.
Yeah, but how the fuck do you know that? Like, how can they know that? They're saying
that. Yeah.
You try and think of a color a lot, right? And try and, even if it's like there might be brown, there's like a million shades of brown.
Brown, exactly. Right.
And it's a million shades of everything else. How the fuck do you make a new color up?
You can't.
There's a gradient of every single thing. It doesn't matter what you look at. It's already a thing. But apparently they see things fucking way different.
Apparently people who do DMT see different colors.
They just find a new. They see the new color. They turn into lobsters.
Well, that's weird because so example like this is also the same thing with the colors. Like in music as well, it's impossible to make up a new chord progression.
Mm-hmm.
Literally impossible because it's already been recorded.
You can't make a new chord. Hey,
you can't make a new chord. You can't make a new note. You can't.
Everything has a name.
No matter how many times you smash the keyboard,
and it smells. It sounds and smells probably like shit. You could play like the shittest thing, but it still has a name. Like,
exactly right.
It doesn't matter. It might be fucking.
Someone's done it before.
It's been 9 add 6 done. Fucking sus dude.
See, this is another fucking trippy thing too. Is apparently though the first. So that's why a lot of people. Producers and musicians, you have to respect jazz.
Oh yeah.
Because I was just playing jazz, man. I'm just playing jazz.
Any motherfucker who tells you that they hate jazz is a fucking
liar.
They're fucking phony.
They're a liar. They're going home and listening to jazz.
Right.
They're phony.
For jazz, right? So apparently, not apparently, like music was basically created from jazz.
Yeah, pretty much.
All chord progressions started from the blues, which was a subgenre of jazz, right? So it all literally stems from jazz. So you cannot make a new progression. You can't play a new note because it was all done in jazz.
Well, have you seen? I saw on that Akon interview, he was talking a lot about Quincy Jones, and the body of work that Quincy Jones has is so varied, and it's because he's a jazz dude. Like he can do everything. He's like
he can do it all.
So many awards, and not many people like these days know about Quincy Jones, but that's mad. Like he's conquered so much.
There's an interesting story too around the jazz world. So I can't remember what year it was. It was a long time ago. Obviously, it was back in the time where there were still slaves in America, like black slaves. How long ago was that?
Like
1800s or
18. I know when Abe Lincoln
was that
abolished
after
them.
1800s.
Whenever Abe Lincoln was, I don't know American history.
Okay, so whenever before Abe Lincoln's presidency and stops the whole slavery thing, right? So
1860 something maybe.
It's a long time ago, right?
Someone will know.
There was a slave called Robert Johnson, and he ended up becoming one of the best jazz musicians like ever. And the story goes with him, which is another conspiracy, which is pretty interesting, is I don't know if he was a slave. I don't think he was a slave, but he was alive during the slavery times, and he was come from a family of slaves or something, but the only reason he wasn't put into slavery is because he was very gifted at the guitar, right?
I never even heard this.
Yeah. So, not gifted at the guitar, but like he could play the guitar. So they started letting him. Okay, you can go to play at the local taverns and whatever. And there was this other jazz players there, and every time he rocked up, they wouldn't let Robert Johnson play because he wasn't that good. Like he could still strum chords and shit, but he couldn't full play the guitar. So then the conspiracy is apparently he then goes, all right, fuck this. He then disappears, right, from the little town wherever he lived. He disappears for a whole year. He then comes back a year later. No one knows where he's gone. And he just comes back to the town with a fucking brand new guitar on his back. He goes up onto the stage, kicks the guy who was playing off, and he was fucking playing this crazy shit.
That is mad.
I've never heard that.
That is fucking mad.
Yeah, and apparently
that's definitely possible.
He invented half of the jazz chords or whatever. He was going crazy apparently, and everyone was like, "Wait, what the fuck? Who the fuck is it?"
They never heard jazz.
Never heard this shit before.
This is fucking mad.
So the story.
What do we call this?
The story. It's on Netflix. I don't know if it's on Netflix. It's on fucking Netflix, bro. It's called.
That sounds interesting.
It's called something about the devil, right? So the conspiracy or the story goes is that people reckon he's disappeared and then sold his soul to the devil, and then he's come because there's no record of what happened to him in that year.
Of course,
it's just this disappears, comes back professional.
Maybe he just practiced.
Yeah, like, maybe that's all.
A year is a long time.
Yeah, maybe he just fucking practiced.
But if you think of it, a year's not that long.
No, not
yeah,
to,
but
not
enough
to,
to learn it.
Not to master a fucking, not to master a genre that doesn't exist. Yeah, you can't do that in a year.
Maybe you can back then. I mean,
I don't know.
You're just fucking around on the guitar.
The reason I say is because I put it if in my shoes. I after 1 year, so I buy FL Studio. 1 year later, I'm still making garbage. 1 year later, and I was doing it every day.
Yeah,
Monday to Sunday, I was on FL Studio the first 2 years.
But now it's easier to pick up things. You'd be able to learn something new in a day now. Where it would
YouTube
take,
tutorials.
It would take 10 days back then because you didn't understand. But now it takes an hour for you.
But then again, also he was just playing guitar, a real instrument. You know what I mean? It's not like technology. You got to learn all this external shit and this and that. This guy's just sitting there for a year, strung away.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
you know.
Honestly,
I think it's possible to just train for
I reckon it's possible for sure, yeah.
That's what I thought when you first told the story. I forgot it was a conspiracy. I was just like, oh, he went away and practiced for a year.
No, it's just interesting because it's just trippy to me because this is all the way back, like I said, when they're still slaves. So where the fuck has he gone in 1800? Where do you go? Where does a guy with no money get a brand new schmicky guitar? And then how does he learn it?
Yeah.
Well, is that story even true though?
Yeah. No, well, not what do you mean? No one knows because no one knows what he did for a whole year.
Yeah, but
he was gone,
then,
and then he comes back and he's a crazy guitar player.
Records weren't that good back then. I mean, I feel like it's easy.
They're saying he's a crazy guitar player. He just learned Smoke on the Water, and they're all fucking freaking out. They're like, he's fucking so good, but he actually sucks now.
But people look up Robert Johnson vinyls and tracks on YouTube.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
It sounds like crap because of the time, but like I said, bro, the shit this guy was doing, bro, it's fucking pretty crazy, man.
Time.
Oh hell yeah, man. So, fuck yeah. I just like to believe he sold his soul to the devil just for a bit of fun, like man, fucking hell, like
anything's possible, man. Anything.
Especially in these crazy times, you don't know what's going on.
Lately I've been thinking we're in a simulation. Like, seriously, bro. Think about, right? I think Elon Musk, this is his view on it, right?
Didn't he say that there's a 99% chance that we are in a simulation?
Well, listen to this, right? Listen to this, right? So we have The Sims, right? The game The Sims. And technology gets better and better, and now we're starting to put VR, and you go into this world VR. What's to say that didn't happen for another society, and we're that thing, and we don't know that we're the simulation? Because the Big Bang, right? They say it starts from nothing, right? It was just. Think about turning your game on. What happens? The Big Bang, relative to that game. So when you turn on your Sims and it goes and it boots up. That's their Big Bang. Their game started.
Holy shit!
Think about that.
So we're a game that's just been turned on.
Like, have you seen in the Rick and Morty episode where they're in the fucking Blitz and Chits in the arcade and they put on the thing and they play Roy?
They play the laugh. They play the whole life, Roy.
Hey man, how do we know, bro? How do we know?
Yeah,
they make movies about it. Or the Matrix in the 90s, like they're telling us. I mean, and I saw this great. I was watching it with Rose. This great show on Netflix called Alien Worlds. You should really watch it. It is fucking mad. And they show they apply Earth's physics to the universe, and they show other planets and like how life could evolve, like intelligent life. So they say a planet 2 times bigger than Earth, there's double the gravity. Okay, so how would life develop on a planet that has double the gravity? And they show all these weird creatures and
They're
like
all
how it
midgets.
would work using Earth's physics. And they do.
The gravity's there. They won't let him grow.
They're all midgets.
But they do an episode on like human intelligent life, like a species like humans, and eventually it's like 2 billion years ahead of where we are now, and all the aliens have become just brain goop in these tubes, and all their life is simulated, and robots do everything for them. They bring them, they plug food in, and they're just a goo that exists in like a simulation, and then their planet's getting destroyed, and they're getting robots to like terraform another planet for them. So then eventually they can all just get loaded into these pods by robots and fly off to another planet and still live as goop. And that's where society's headed, man. Think about it.
I'm gonna watch that. That sounds fucking
It's cool.
sick.
It is a really cool show.
What was that thing about? It wasn't that long ago that like the sun or something fucking had that big explosion, or a star exploded or something in space like 13 years ago, and we're just seeing it like not long ago.
Because of light years. How light years.
So it happened like when we were
2 billion years ago.
We were like, it was like back when we were born or something. Or something like a star or something. I can't remember.
I think I know. I heard something.
It was a few months ago. Remember when we were talking about space, how fucking big it is, and that happened, and it's like it happened like 13 years ago or something, and it just reached us now. This little fucking.
So you know,
crazy.
So like if something happens in space billions of years ago and it takes light 4 billion years to reach us, and that planet blows up, we won't see it until 4 billion years later because the light from that explosion only just reaches us.
Just because, yeah.
So we're actually looking into the past. That's why they think time travel is real
it's
too.
It's real, yeah.
Holy shit.
That's where you get crazy Einstein shit about.
They showed like the guy, he goes, if you put someone on a train, you seen that one? You put someone on a train, going the speed of light, right? And you hand them a mirror, look in front, and you can't see, like, it's just black. Everything is just pitch black because the light has to reflect off the mirror and bounce back into your eyes. But you're going faster than light, so there's nothing in the mirror. You know what I mean?
I heard that. Yeah, that
like,
makes sense, but because everything we're perceiving and looking at is light bouncing off objects, and so that Millennium Falcon Lego set is grey to our eye, right? But in reality, it's everything except grey because it's absorbing all the other colours, and the grey's bouncing off into our eyes.
Iggy's mind blown. He's about to Iggy's about to fucking explode on his own podcast.
It's pretty cool. So like
episode 5, last episode, because Iggy's died from brain explosion.
This is the last episode because I can't take this anymore. What? Wait. So colours to us are incorrect.
Yeah. Well, we see. It's everything but that color. That's why we see it as that.
That's just how eyes work. Like we have trichomes and shit, and objects absorb light.
We see things upside down. You know?
Oh yeah, I've heard.
We see things upside down, and then when it hits back our eyes, it like swaps upside down. It flips it back the right way.
Is that true though? I didn't know
it is.
What is going on right now? So
you're gonna die.
Holy shit.
You can die.
What do you mean? What sounds are upside down?
No.
We see things.
Yeah.
But then
our brain corrects it.
Our brain flips it around. For us. Huh. You haven't seen her?
No, that is
the human body's crazy, man.
Well, apparently they believe that if the human could use 100% of their brains, we'd have superpowers.
Yeah.
Because we only use like 10% of our brain.
Lucy.
Yeah, apparently Lucy was based on that, wasn't it?
Yeah, the movie.
What's Lucy? I don't know. What that
was. Lucy's a movie about that, and she unlocks 100% of her brain. She starts.
Or Limitless. I love that movie. I love that movie. And you start taking a pill, and you become super smart.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
Is that with MGK?
No, that's with
MGK.
What's his name? The Hangover. Bradley Cooper.
Oh, he's awesome.
That is a great film, man. That is a great film. I haven't seen that in ages, but that shit could be real. I mean. That's why people microdose shrooms. Apparently, it gives you access to more of your brain.
Fuck. Yeah, fuck.
But that's like bro science.
Yeah.
He's dead.
His mind's blown.
His mind is fucking.
Yeah, man.
You're right, bro.
I'm gonna have to fucking have a hard think about myself after this. But fucking,
fucking.
Well, this is retarded too because in America, I saw a couple of like posts where apparently states want to trial legalizing every drug. People go rampant and just do whatever the fuck they want.
That state is gonna fail miserably. The whole state's gonna turn into fucking
everyone
crazy.
on flacker, running in the streets and shit.
But they find the secret of the universe. Though, so it's alright. Boy, what's the outro? I'm always asleep on it.
You don't make it this far.
I never make it to the end because I always listen to it before I go to sleep, and I'm always asleep before it ends.
Right, man. Well, fucking. thanks for coming on, Holloway, man.
Yeah, this was fun for sure, bro.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Man, that was a fucking trippy one, bro. Like that was good. That was a sick one, man.
People like that too, by going to conspiracies and shit. I mean, we're definitely gonna have most of these guests will come on. Frequently. So,
it'll be regular.
Everyone will come on. We'll get the boys on.
It'll be more than one.
Whoever.
You'll see these people more than once, man. Especially as we count down to 100 episodes. So that's the goal.
Sure.
We're gonna need all these people on fucking 5 or 6 times before we get there.
Yeah, for sure.
So once again, man, thanks to everyone who's been fucking tuning into, we sold out in shirts in an hour, man. We've got music, podcasts,
the support's crazy, man.
It's all happening, man. So once again, man, thank you, Holloway, for coming on, bro.
Thanks for having me,
brother.
Thank you.
All good, and we'll see you guys for the next episode of FireCast, man. Peace out.
Shoo.